Someone stop me. It's so good. You know when the snack attack hits at 4 p.m. or when you're traveling and the kids want something crunchy, or you're flying and you're 30,000 feet in the air and you really want to eat something that is hearty enough to satiate you for the next hour or so, or you need something crunchy and fun to add to the kids' lunch boxes, I have you covered with these 3 amazing crispy snacks. There's no sugar, there's no refrigeration needed, they're shelf stable, they're absolutely kid friendly, they're addictive, they're crispy, they're spicy, they're crunchy, they're high protein, and they're easy. Let's start with these crispy soy curls. They're these dried curls made with soybeans that I often use as a chicken or beef substitute in my stir fries or curries, but there is so much more you can do with soy curls, like make these crispy soy curls. They become so crispy and addictive and you can just keep munching on them, and they're also high protein. Soak the soy curls in enough water or stock to cover them until they're nicely plump, about 10 to 15 minutes or so. Then drain them and squeeze out some of that excess moisture. Now we're gonna make our spice mixture with some cornstarch, baking powder, salt, garlic, cayenne, some chili powder blend. Just add whatever you want really. Toss well to coat. Add a drizzle of oil to help the soy curls crisp up really well. And then spread this on a baking sheet and then bake. We're gonna bake the soy curls at a higher temperature for about 15 minutes or so, and then reduce the temperature to continue to bake and get crispy. The baking time will vary depending on the size of the soy curls, so be mindful of that. They'll get more crispy if they're smaller, because if they're too large pieces, then they'll take much longer to bake, as well as not necessarily become as crispy. They might become more chewy rather than crispy. Once they're completely cool, you can store these in an airtight container for a couple of weeks. You can also add some more spices to the soy curls. I usually add some tahini or chaat masala and toss these soy curls and then store them, and they disappear really quickly. If you wanna make like a fun snack out of them and are tired of eating the crispy soy curls, you can toss these soy curls with some chopped onion, tomato and cilantro and a squeeze of lime juice, and that way they are kind of like this snack crunchy mixture, which is also super good. The second one are my tofu chips. You're like, what the heck are tofu chips? And why would I make them if they require me to peel the tofu into strips and so on? We're not doing any of that. The key to making them really nice and crispy and like, you know, the crackery kind of situation is to spread the tofu cream really thin and also add a little bit of oil while blending the tofu and baking it. That is it. It's super easy and it's a blank canvas, and you can add whatever spices and flavors to it. Just go crazy with it. Add some gochujang, some garam masala, add some everything bagel seasoning. Just make whatever flavors that you want and let me know in the comments which flavor did you like the best. So for our tofu chips, we're gonna take some firm or extra firm tofu and blend that with some water or stock, a little bit of flour for the binding, and some spices like some garlic, cayenne, some Cajun seasoning and salt, and make this into this cream mixture. If you want to make these gluten-free, use cornstarch or tapioca starch instead of the flour. Then spread that cream mixture on a parchment-lined baking sheet and then bake these chips at a low temperature until they're nicely crisp. You want to check the middle of the sheet because that will take the longest to bake. So bake it until the entire sheet is crispy. It'll easily peel off of the parchment sheet, and then break it into chips and your tofu chips are ready. You can add some more spices after you bake the chips as well. Convert them into your Doritos nacho chips, dusted with some nutrition yeast and paprika. You can also blend in some spices and some vegan parmesan and nutrition yeast while blending the tofu so that they have a cheesier flavor, kind of like make them into Cheez-Its. I'm gonna sprinkle some chaat masala on these because why not? Someone stop me. It's so good. It tastes amazing and it's high protein, and these are tofu chips. They are so crispy. And store them in an airtight container or a bowl for a couple of weeks. The third one are crispy chickpeas. I mean, these are so crispy. Can you hear that? Now you are wondering, why the heck am I making crispy chickpeas? I mean, everybody keeps making crispy chickpeas and calls them the best snack, and then they turn out to be so hard, literally like rocks in your mouth. These are not that. And I'll tell you the secrets to making the best crispy chickpeas that are not hard as rocks. They're more like a cracker that you can like literally press. See, I pressed it in between my fingers and it broke. That means your teeth are fine. The number one secret to making these crispy chickpeas that are not hard as rocks is to cook the chickpeas at home. That way you can control the texture of the chickpeas. I usually cook my chickpeas until they are overcooked and really soft, and that is why they bake up into this airy, crunchy chickpeas. Usually the canned chickpeas are more toothsome. We don't want the toothsome texture. So soak the chickpeas overnight, then cook them in an Instant Pot for 50 to 55 minutes on bean mode until they're nicely soft. Drain them and then set them aside. The second secret is to use some cornstarch and baking powder to coat the chickpeas along with the spices. The cornstarch will make it crispy, the baking powder will add some more aeration to the coating, adding even more crisp crunch, that crackery thing to the chickpeas. If you don't want to use cornstarch, use some tapioca starch or potato starch. Add a good drizzle of oil, toss really well as well. And then spread those chickpeas on a baking sheet. Then bake these chickpeas at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, preferably convection bake, for about 20 to 25 minutes. Then stir them a little bit, reduce the heat, and continue to bake them until all of the chickpeas are crunchy. You want to check a couple of chickpeas from the middle and from the edges to see if they are nicely crunchy. They might get done at about the 10, 15 or 20 minute mark depending on your oven and depending on the size of the chickpeas, your baking tray and so on. Once they're all nicely crispy, remove them from the oven, cool them completely, store them in an airtight container or a bowl, or toss them with some more spices and put them in a bowl and they will disappear super quickly. You can serve these chickpeas as well, like I served my soy curls with some onion and tomato and a squeeze of lime, and they're fabulous. It's kind of like a crispy chickpea salad or crispy chickpea nacho situation, and they're fantastic. Someone stop me. The soy curls and the chickpeas carry easily in your lunch boxes. The tofu chips can be a little sensitive to pressure, but they're also a great snack for travel if you put them in a box. All of these three are super crispy, super flexible, super crunchy. They're super delicious and there aren't enough adjectives to describe these. If you do try these recipes, which I insist you must try them, do let me know in the comments how they worked out for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more easy vegan recipes, fun and creative vegan recipes, fun and creative recipes period. Doesn't matter whether you're vegan or not, Indian recipes and so much more. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.